Hi, how's it going? Jen Turnham here. I'm the host. Sorry, I'm just trying to make sure I can see the comments. Jen Turnham here. I'm the host of this free Facebook group, Energised Women. The purpose of the group is to help women who have traditionally put everybody else before themselves find more time for themselves so that they can fill their own cup first and therefore be better mothers, friends, sisters, partners, whatever it is that they want to be. And I think that's the key message, is recognizing that if we fill our own cups first, then we fill them to overflowing and we'll have more available for the people around us. So that's the purpose of the group. Today I'm going to talk to you about creating your ideal life. And this is going to be the first of quite a number of weeks which have this as the theme, creating your ideal life. So the topics each week are going to focus on the steps to take to help create your ideal life. So I want to ask a question. Please give me a hell yes, that's me in the comments if you have certain goals, dreams, or desires that for whatever reason you haven't gotten around to attempting or completing yet in your life. So as I said, please give me a hell yes in the comments if you can relate to that, whether you're watching this live or the recording. I think it is something that most women in particular can relate to, because we do have this tendency to put those around us first. So a lot of us, I suppose, squash our goals and dreams because we're too busy looking after our families and our loved ones. So to, I suppose, introduce this topic of creating your ideal life, most of you already know my story, but I'm going to share it again because it gives context to this concept. So 5.5 years ago, my little brother was diagnosed with a golf ball sized tumour in his bowel at the age of 32. We had already lost my mum at the young age of 55. So as you can imagine, this news sent shockwaves throughout our family. We found out that it was a genetic abnormality, so we commenced genetic testing and my brother started chemotherapy. I started soul searching. So currently at the time I was the state manager of a leadership training company. Sorry, just got to gather myself. Talking about this makes me quite emotional. So at the time, I was the state manager of a leadership training company. I was delivering psychology-based leadership training programs to supervisors, leaders, and CEOs in a whole range of different industries. It was a fabulous opportunity. It was a fabulous job, and I was doing really well in my career, but I wasn't happy and I had no life. I was really tired all the time, so I had no energy to enjoy my life. The job was very high pressure, and so I was really stressed out as well. So finding out my brother was sick, it helped me, it was the catalyst for me to re-examine what it is that I really wanted in my life. And what I discovered, or what I reignited, is I had this dream to be a singer. And I hadn't told many people about this secret dream because I thought people might laugh and think that I was silly. I didn't even know if I could sing. I thought I could, but I wasn't 100% confident. So after a few months of realizing that this dream was inside, and I suppose reflecting on that, I decided that the time was now. Life was short. Losing mum and then my brother getting sick really hit that point home. So what did I do? I quit my career and I started on the path to make my dream to be a singer come true. Now, I must mention that it wasn't all smooth sailing. There were bumps in the road and many setbacks, but I made my dream come true, and I was the lead singer of a rock band, and I also did some acoustic work with a guitarist in a duo. So it was the best and the scariest thing that I have ever done in my life, but as a result, I'm now living my ideal life. So my question is, why aren't we all doing this? Why didn't I do it in my 20s? Why did I wait until I was in my 30s to even attempt to make my dream come true? One of the reasons I think that we end up like this is because we still believe in fairy tales. Now, before you tell me I'm crazy, just hear me out. In fairy tales, most people are either charmed or they're cursed. And I think most of us are guilty of looking at other people and thinking, oh, why do they have all the luck? Or I wish that would happen to me. Or when things go wrong, we think things like, well, how about that? Good things don't last. And I knew it was too good to be true. What we're doing in those situations is we're giving too much credence to external factors like luck. So why isn't this working for us? Well, I think the main point is we need to remember that people who appear charmed or have all the luck have simply worked hard and they've put into practice certain attitudes and behaviors that create different outcomes to the ones that we're getting. What we don't see is the hardship and the setbacks, the time, the energy and the effort that it took for those people to get to where we see them as being lucky, blessed, or having it all. So knowing that, what can we do? Or what can you do, given I'm living my ideal life? What can you do instead? So a couple of things that I want to suggest to try to start creating your ideal life. Number one, focus on the good things that you already have. So there are skills and attributes within you that you must be proud of. For some people, that might be a little bit easier to identify than others, but it's important to realize that no matter what else is going on, there are always things in your life to be grateful for. So think about the skills and the attributes and the qualities that you embody, that you're proud of, but also think of external things in your life to be grateful for. And they could be small things, like a beautiful sunset that you saw last night. It could be big things like your children, your partner. There are always good things. That's the key to remember. Number two, so the second thing you can start to do to create your ideal life is have an honest look at how you are spending your time. Now, this can be quite confronting, but it is necessary, because what it allows you to do is work out, are you putting adequate time, energy and effort into the things that matter the most to you? So this is where, if you do this, you will realize that you do not need more hours in the day. What you potentially only need is a small or a subtle shift in your priorities, and perhaps letting go of some things that don't serve you or they're not leading you in the direction of your ideal life. So that's number two. Have an honest look at how you spend your time. Be prepared to be confronted, but personal growth isn't always smooth sailing. Creating your ideal life is going to have some challenges and setbacks. Number three, so the third thing you can do is identify, this is the fun one, identify what your ideal life actually looks like. And this one, it's really important, don't hold back. It's best to start with big, fat, bodacious goals, even if they seem embarrassing or silly. So you don't need to share this part with anybody if you don't want to. As I said, when I first started digging deep and deciding what do I actually really want to do with my life, that's where the singing bubbled to the surface. And really what kind of spurred me on was I didn't want to live with regrets. I didn't want to get to the age of 50 or 60 and look back and say, why didn't I at least try to make that dream come true? So that's pretty much a good spot to end this with a final word. Please, please, please don't wait until it's too late. Start working towards your ideal life today, because you never know when your time is up and when it's going to be too late. So I'd love to hear your thoughts. Drop me a comment below. If you'd like to share what you've identified your ideal life would look like, or what that kind of suppressed dream or secret desire is, I would love to hear that too. This group is all about supporting women to achieve more, do more, and live their ideal life. So I'd love to be able to support you in that, and I'm sure other members of the group would too. So thanks for listening today. Just a quick note, I won't be here next week because I'm heading off on a little jaunt to Sydney and Brisbane to visit my friends. So I will be back here same time, same place in 2 weeks. So enjoy, and I'll catch you soon. Bye.